Hey there guys, Brian the Shaving Geek here with another episode of my shave of the day. And actually today I'm going to do something that I don't believe I've ever done before. I am going to do an on-camera shave. So I'm hoping that this will work out okay, and hopefully not a whole lot of blood will be spilt. I'm actually doing this kind of, I don't want to say out of sequence. Normally I do a shave right after I shower, and today we had a soccer tournament, and so I'm just getting home for the soccer tournament, and we are getting ready to go to a supper, turkey supper at our church. And so I am I was debating over whether or not I was going to shave for this or not, and I felt like I should look presentable, so I'm going to go ahead and shave. What I'm using tonight is this Stirling brush. It's Kong, I think is what they call it. And then I'm also using Nanny Silly soap out of the UK, and this happens to be the Arabian Nights scent. And so I'm going to go ahead and load up my brush here. And I'm somebody who violates all the rules of wet shaving per CDB. No, I'm just kidding. Not to dredge that all up, but what I did is I put some water on this, and now I'm going to go ahead and get a good load on it. This is a tallow-based soap, and I have a very hard water here. And I shouldn't say very hard water, but it's fairly hard water. Not as hard as my mom and dad's, but fairly hard water. And one of the things that I found when I first got into traditional wet shaving is that sometimes I have I shouldn't say sometimes, I have a bit of a hard time lathering some tallow-based soaps as compared to the soaps with a vegan-based formula. I'm going to go ahead and wet my face. I'll be right back. And so what I've learned is I need plenty of water and patience, and I have to work at it a little bit more than I do with the vegan-based soap. So, but this one really for a tallow-based soap does lather easier than I've had with Mike's soaps. For some reason, I had a bit of trouble getting those to lather well, and so. But I want to revisit Mike's because I don't feel like I gave it as fair of a shake as I could have. This brush is just amazing. It's huge, huge. If you're from the Northeast, Billy Fusilla would love this brush. He's a car dealer, and that's his tagline. Everything's huge. But anyhow, back to this. This soap really does lather easily, fairly easily for me as compared, like I said, to some of the other soaps that I have or that I've tried to use that are tallow based. And maybe it's just that I've gotten better at understanding how to do this. When I first got into the hobby, I got a bunch of samples from Mike's, and this isn't to pick on Mike's. It's just that Mike's is a tallow based soap that I got in, and I struggled to lather them. I really did. And so I ended up just giving them away, throwing some of them out. And now I really want to revisit them because I've come to really appreciate tallow-based soaps in a way that I didn't when I first got into this. And it was kind of funny because when I first got into this, I didn't really understand the difference between tallow and vegan as it relates to soap formulas. And so I was always like, you know what? I'm not a vegetarian. I don't want the vegan stuff. And then I came to understand the differences, and I've found again that the vegan soaps, the vegan-based soaps, just lather easier for me with my water. But anyhow, got a nice lather going here, nice thick, and just like I said, it's exploding. This scent it's a really nice one, very spicy, and I'm using my Schick Injector Type J tonight. Fairly mild razor, but I get great shaves with my injectors. And I figured if I was going to do an on-camera shave, I'd do it with something that maybe I wouldn't hack my face off with. One of the things you can see here is I just, for some reason, I don't know why I do it, but I work one side and then the other, and I kind of, I know some guys kind of do their whole face, or one side of the face and then the other, but I never have. I've always just done one side and then the other, and then kind of worked back and forth. Whoops. Like that. Knock something on the floor there. But this scent is really nice and spicy, and I actually right away I picked up the black pepper in it, but there's more to it than black pepper. And so for once, I actually went and looked up the ingredients, or the scent combination, and I found that this is frankincense, myrrh, cedarwood, and bergamot, and then it's got, I guess, some black pepper in there. I really pick up the black pepper, but it's really, really nice, and it's fairly strong. Although it says it's on the Nanny soap site, it does say that it's a strong smelling soap. I wouldn't necessarily put it in that category, or it's probably in like a 6 range for me. Rinse my face here and we'll lather up for pass 2. So like I said, it's probably about a 6. Oh, no problem at all picking it up, but I have some other soaps that are stronger. Oh, look at that. It's just such an easy soap for me to lather, and I really, really enjoy it. Really nice. Now on this, I'm not really quite sure. I've been kind of looking at my phone and not really looking at the mirror. Like I said, first time I think I've done this on camera. I don't think I've done this before, but so we'll go in for pass 2. And that's usually what I do. I usually do 2 passes on this, and this will be kind of an across the grain pass. So, and like I said, I just, for some reason, I've always just alternated like this. It works for me, so you can't argue with it. And right here, my hair on my beard underneath my chin, it kind of grows at a funky angle. So so I kind of take a modified kind of a pass like that. Not really totally going across, but just because it grows kind of funky there. This razor is just so comfortable. All of the injectors are. I really enjoy them, and my wife uses this one. This is kind of the razor when she wet shaves, she uses this razor. It's perfect for I think for a lady shaver. Always have to watch right underneath my lip here. When I was real young, it was actually bitten by a dog. Dog jumped up and grabbed a hold of my lip, and I ended up with 3 stitches right here in the middle of my lip. And so it's kind of a funky, there's a funky meeting there in my lip, and so if I'm not careful, I nick it. So rinse all through. I got it pretty good here. Spot right there. But there's plenty of slickness, so I'm gonna just go with that with no. Still a lot of slickness left there, and so I got it good. So that's Nanny Silly Soap, and I really like that stuff. One thing though, and I think that they have changed their containers now. I think they're definitely doing, when I looked at their website looking up the scent profile, it looks like they're doing their tubs in plastic now. And my tub here is an exact reason why metal tins should no longer be used. You can see that this thing has just been crushed. Somewhere along the line it's been dropped, it's been abused. And so hopefully what I saw on their website when I was looking up that set description is accurate, that they are using the plastic tubs now. But so I've gone 2 passes here, and I didn't know what, for my aftershave, I really don't know as I have anything that matches up too well with that. And so what I'm going to do is, just because I think this is so cool, I'm just going to grab some peg leg Nichols. The scent profiles definitely don't match up whatsoever, but whew, oh my goodness, such good stuff. And so that's what I'm going to go with tonight, because I love it so much. So put some of that on there. And just a little bit of sting right underneath here, where again that spot is a bit of a trouble spot for me. So there you have it, the Shaving Geek doing a 2-pass shave using Nanny Silly Soap out of the UK. Arabian Nights is the scent on this. I'll open that up and let it dry out. I use my Schick Injector Type J. If you don't have a Schick Injector, actually just got a text here from my buddy Jeremy. Wanted to know if I've got an extra stick of Arco. Jeremy, I've got a stick of Arco, and I'll bring it up to you tomorrow at church. You can try it out, see what you think. So anyhow, so if you don't have a Schick Injector, I would highly recommend you check them out. I really, really enjoy them. I don't ever get a bad shave from a Schick Injector. Very comfortable. It's a mild razor. If you like a super aggressive razor, then maybe it's not for you. But I always just get great shaves from my Schick Injector. And then, again, today I used this Stirling Kong brush. And I just really love it. I love my synthetics. And you probably get tired of hearing that, but I really, really love my synthetics. So, there's so much about synthetics that I love. I love the fact that you don't have to soak them. They clean up, in my opinion, so much easier than the natural hair brushes do. And they dry. Obviously, they dry a lot more quickly. I mean, here it is. I've rinsed it out. I've kind of squeezed it out a little bit, and rubbing it on my, just dropping a little bit here on my towel, and there we go. I mean, it's it's almost dry already. So really love my synthetics. If you're a natural hair brush lover, that's fine. Again, whatever works for you. Do whatever makes you happy. Great shave. Brian the Shaving Geek reporting live from my Shave Then 2-pass shave, and definitely socially acceptable. DFS, definitely not BBS, but wasn't going for that. Probably, and here's one of the things, the other thing as well before I sign off. Tomorrow my Bengals play the Patriots in Foxborough, which is always a tough place to play. And then the fact that Mr. Brady, the man that I love to hate, is coming back from his suspension, which, by the way, I thought was a bunch of hogwash. I don't like Tom Brady, but I thought that was I thought that was really stupid. But anyhow, so he's back, and so it's his first game at home after his suspension, and the Red Sox lost in Major League Baseball, so they're out. And so it's going to be a tough place for my Bengals to play. And so I know they need all the help they can get. And so usually I do a game day shave. Well, I didn't do a game day shave last week. And my Bengals went into Dallas and got spanked. They got carved up like a Thanksgiving turkey. And so I really was debating of whether or not I wanted even to do a shave tonight, because I didn't want to jinx my Bengals. But I mean, folks, I think it's just a lost cause. But anyhow, Brian the Shaving Geek reporting live from my shave den, wishing you a lifetime of happy shaves. Have a great day, everybody.